What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rube Money, back living a better sweet life. And today, man, we have just switched out the ignition coil. So here's what it is. I actually had two sets of ignition coils, one being a Dynan ignition coil set, the other one just being I think it was a Bosch or a Delphi, some other aftermarket ignition coil set for the B58s. It seems like I had one bad coil in each coil set. Now that's just by me switching it from 1 to 2, and then the problem actually following when it comes to reading the check engine. All right, it's following from 1 to 2. So I've come to the conclusion that it's the ignition coils. So I bought 3 brand new Dynan ignition coils, and I bought 7 brand new Elder. All right, that's like OEM. It's like the best B58 coil there is, better than Dynan and all the other Chinese aftermarket brand ones, because Dynan is actually just a rebranded version of the Chinese versions. So although Dynan is a, I don't know if it's like an authorized dealer or like a partner with BMW, I don't like the idea of putting Chinese ignition coils on the car. So I did still buy 7 brand new Elder coils, and I'm waiting for those. And I should be getting them hopefully by Thursday or Friday, if sooner than better. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do right now. We've been waiting for the car to warm up. It's actually warm right now, so I'm about to slap the camera back onto the mount and hopefully get a pull, and it's a successful pull. I'm about to do 2 to 3 pulls, because one pull may go good and it's not necessarily good, right? Like, it may go good, I may get a good log and this, that, and third, but when it comes to the next log or the next pull, it completely fails. It completely starts going into limp mode again, and it gives me some sort of misfire. So hopefully with changing the one bad Dynan coil or ignition coil, it's gonna resolve the issue. So this video, we're gonna figure out if it resolves the issue, and if it does, then we're gonna move from E30 on to the next one, and so on and so forth. So y'all stay tuned, let's get it. Feeling good. I think the tuning might need a little bit of adjusting when it comes to like more boost or whatever, but I don't have any misfires. I did 2 pulls back to back, so it seems like it's doing good right now. It seems like it's doing good right now. So let's see. I'm gonna send it to the tuner to see what he says, and I'll keep y'all updated. All right, y'all, so luckily that log was good. I know it's a new day. My tuner didn't get back to me until today, but he did say it looks good. He sent me another tune. He did not tell me to up the ethanol content on it, so we're gonna stay at E30, but I'm guessing it's just gonna add more boost and things like that. But right now it's looking good. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I'm about to tune the car right now to that new revision he sent me, and then we're gonna test out the car again. Let's see how much ethanol we can actually get through in this video. Hopefully this is the video where we can hit that E85, and if it is, I'm not going to cut the video short. I'm going to make it all the way through E85, and then hopefully I can start giving y'all some dope content. And another thing is, I haven't told y'all this, but since this is only a flex fuel tune, we're not going to see the full power in this tune until I pay my tuner for another tune, and then we get some racing, some race power potential on the tunes. But right now, this is only flex fuel. We're getting through the flex fuel. We're going to do some nice power at E85, but next tune will be strictly a race tune, so y'all stay tuned for it. We're definitely getting there, and hopefully this is the video where we hit that E85. So let's get it. So I'm on the app. I'm gonna go to tune, hit that flash custom map. Let me turn off the car real quick, put my seatbelt on, make sure nothing turns off in the process. Since this is hot, I'm gonna roll my windows down a little bit. So let's make sure car is on into ACC or accessory mode. We hit the tune that he sent us and map right. So now we just wait until it finishes this process. On here it'll say done or completed. It'll make you wait 30 seconds, and then after that you turn the car on and you can go ahead. I have no battery, so luckily I was able to find out that my GoPro is still able to record if I have a cable connected to it and it's charging. So I'm gonna try to do this quick since I don't have any battery left. Let's get this log real quick and hopefully it works. Limp mode. Bullshit. Yeah, so right now I'm actually in the parking lot or the parking garage of my job because I'm trying to get this done real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all these bullshit Dynon coils and I'm going to put in the Elder coils, which are supposed to be the best ignition coils for the B58 platform. So let's see if that's actually the case and see if anything changes. If not, I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet, do a compression test, and see if the engine was built properly. If there is any engine issues, then at that point, well, I'm gonna have to figure out what my next step is, but there's not much more I can do. Also, because I keep getting the misfire in cylinder 2, I'm going to remove the spark plug from cylinder 2 and probably put it into another cylinder just to see if that follows. If it does, then I'll buy one more spark plug just to see if maybe that's the issue. But reality is, I just don't know what else it could be, man. I don't know what else it could be. Alright, so this is the Dynon coil, and this is the Elder coil. Alright, Elder looks like this. It does not say Elder on it, does not say BMW. This is what it looks like. These are your Dynon coils. Alright, now if you can see, the boots are not the same. This boot is actually shorter for the B58. So for the N55, we need this bigger one right here. So what we need to do is, with the old one, it's kind of like twist off a little bit. You get the boot, put this to the side, and then you're gonna get your Elder coil, the new coils, and kind of just twist it off. Alright, twisted it off, throw this to the side too. We don't need that. We need this, put this in here. Just make sure you get a nice and tight in there. Doesn't come out, and that's it. And then you just replace it. So that's what I'm going to do for all of them, and hopefully these coils are the issue. If not, compression test it is. Alright, so now we're at cylinder 2, and this is the one that we're going to be replacing the spark plug and moving it to another one to see if maybe that spark plug is the issue. If that's not the issue, and I get that misfire still in cylinder 2, we're gonna have to do that compression. All right, now the tool for the spark plugs is this right here, man. They sell this on Amazon. I suggest you get it. It works for every BMW that I'm aware of so far, and it's a perfect size to go in there and get that spark plug out, man. Anything else that you have in your toolbox more than likely won't work. I don't know why it gets so hard. I only do it, I tighten it to 25 Newton meters. But, yeah, it was pretty hard. All right, there's the spark plug. Now we're gonna do the same thing to, let's just say, coil number 4. So I'm gonna now attack coil number 4, so I can quickly switch them out and see if spark plug 2 follows to 4, or if the misfire follows from 2 to 4. If it does, then we know that the spark plug right now is the issue. Alright, spark plug 4 was removed and put into spark plug number 2, or into cylinder 2. Alright, so now I got my electronic wrench, I believe it's called, my torque wrench, electronic torque wrench, whatever. It's set to 25 Newton meters, and now we're going to tighten this up to 25 Newton meters. Now we get spark plug number 2, or the original spark plug number 2. And we're going to put it into cylinder 4 right in here. Alright, make sure it's still on. Alright, because it does turn off after a while without being used. That's it, 25. Alright, so this is the test after the new ignition coils. Let's see if it makes a difference. Got the elders in. Same shit. Yep, another misfire in cylinder 2. YouTube. So here's what it is, man. I'm gonna give y'all the update. I wasn't planning to because I figured y'all didn't want to hear it, but this is the update. Just because I'm excited, I feel we might have figured it out. Alright, I had a coolant leak, which of course didn't have any issues, or it didn't have to do with the issue or the problem that I was currently facing, which was the misfire in cylinder 2. Now, I mentioned in an earlier video, if y'all watched it, that I was having some fuel injector issues. Now, with the fuel injector issues, what I managed to do was, or what I did was, I cheaped out. I don't know why. Everything else was brand new, and I cheaped out on fuel injectors. 1, because they're expensive. 2, just because I really wasn't thinking about it. I just didn't want to spend the money at the time, so I decided to go a used route. I bought some used injectors. Supposedly they were they were all 6 flow matched, and they all matched perfectly, and they all ran great. So I bought them for 150 bucks. First mistake. Before the injectors happened, I had a super knocking in 5 and 6. So my tuner was telling me, hey, I think your fuel injectors might be getting stuck open. I said that makes sense, because I've never changed the fuel injectors, and it's been 140,000 plus miles with those fuel injectors. So I decided to change them. Once I changed the fuel injectors, I started getting a misfire in cylinder 2. And the car started reacting exactly the same. So it was doing exactly the same problem. So I was like, okay, it's not the fuel injectors, because it's doing exactly the same issue. But I wasn't getting super knocking 5 and 6 anymore. I was getting misfire in cylinder 2. So what I did was I bought another set of the injectors, or I'm sorry, the coils, another set of spark plugs, regapped everything, made sure everything was okay, kept on getting same issue. Of course, me and my tuner are now like, dude, it has to be a mechanical issue. I don't know what it is. Maybe the engine is built wrong or something was bad. All right, cool. I contacted a dude that was working at the shop that I got the car done at. He said that when they put the engine together, they never did a compression test. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do a compression test. Did the compression test. Everything was perfect. Everything was within range. There was no issue there. So I just told my tuner, I'm like, listen, because I got used fuel injectors, let's just test it out one more time. Let's switch it from cylinder 2, or let's switch it from the second position, or from 2 to 1 and 1 to 2. I did another test run, and sure enough, the fuel injector, the code jumped from 2 to 1. So definitely we said, okay, it's the fuel injector. Now it's been a few days because I had to order the fuel injectors. Me, like a dummy, trying to get the best deal, bought 6 fuel injectors. Cool. Not gonna name from where, because I don't want to, you know, throw nobody under the bus. It's not their bad, it's just how it happened. I bought them from one website. They said they were in stock. Sure enough, they were in stock, but they only had 2. So I ordered 6. The order didn't ship out for like 2 days. I said, okay, what's going on? I called them, hey, we only have 2 out of 6 in stock, and then the rest are back ordered. We can't do anything. I said, okay, send me the 2, cancel the 4, I'll buy the 4 elsewhere. Mistake number 2. Shouldn't have done that. Should just say cancel the whole order, I'll buy 6 from wherever. I called the other store. I asked them, hey, can you price match? They said yes, we can price match. Got them for the first store's price. Ordered 4. All right, cool. Got the 4. I never got the other 2, which I should have got the other 2. And they never sent them. So now I had to order the other 2 maybe 2 days later. So long story short, I was supposed to get the other 2 fuel injectors today, and of course I didn't get them today because that's my luck. I will get them tomorrow. Great. So come over here, lo and behold, my mechanic tells me, hey, we found the leak. The leak is from a hose. Cool. All right. Now I came over here with the idea of, let's just test this one fuel injector before, you know, I waste the money on all 6, which I already did, but I might still be able to return the other 5 that I didn't test. So if it is that, then I'll just replace all 6, so that way I know that I have 0 mile brand new fuel injectors. So that's why I came over here, to test that out. I didn't know that the coolant leak that I was having was going to be such a headache. Now, the reason why it's a headache, because initially they told me, hey, it's a metal pipe, we could just go ahead and take it off and weld it. No big issue. All right, cool. They took off the pipe. They saw it's not the pipe. The pipe has no crack. No need to weld. All right. So they found a tiny little rubber hose. The little rubber hose is in fact cracked. It's about yay big, about 3 inches at most. 2 inches and 3/4, 2 3/4 inches, whatever it is, right? But here's the catch. But this hose goes from a 1 inch opening to a 1.5 inch opening. Freaking fantastic. So I went to O'Reilly's, started matching up hoses. Luckily, my mechanic is friends with the manager of O'Reilly's, so I was able to go to the back of the store, just kind of match up the hoses and kind of really take my time and look for it myself, as nobody else, no other employee at any other store was going to do that, because they just don't care to do it. They're just going to say, we don't have it, goodbye, good luck. And then I'll be stuck with having to order another hose somewhere online. So instead of doing that, what I did was I went back there myself, I looked it up, and I finally, luckily, found something that matched perfect to both ends, and the guy just hooked it up. So there we go, got a hose. Now I'm just waiting to install everything. My mechanic finally came back from his lunch or whatever. Now we're gonna go ahead and put that hose back on. We're gonna have to cut it, we're gonna put it on, and then we're gonna put the fuel injector in. We're gonna test the car, see if that's everything. Once I get the other 2 fuel injectors in, we're gonna put in the other 5, and hopefully that's the issue. This video we're gonna try to hit E85, so I'm not posting this video until we get to E85. So y'all stay tuned and let's get to it, man. All right, y'all, so real quick, this is the hose, man. This is the hose that's cracked. broken. All right, it's just not good. This is the one that's leaking the coolant. Now this goes connected to this. If you can see, this here is a lot smaller of an opening than this one. So I managed to find this hose that has the opening here, and it gets thinner. Now the reason why I know that is because it's already cut. This goes perfectly into this, and I tested this into that part into, I don't know if y'all can see it down there, but this right here, which is the water pump. Right, so that goes in there perfectly. And yeah, now I did take a picture of the part number, so that way you guys know exactly what part to look for. And this here is the part number. It is a Gates hose 22354. All right, that is the part number for a Gates hose 22354. Yeah, so man, that was the part number. I showed y'all the hose. If you guys have the same issue, bro, just go to your auto parts store. O'Reilly's for a fact had that in stock, so just look up that part number and you're gonna have about a 1 inch to 1.5 inch. So luckily I was able to find it, and hopefully that part number for somebody can be a lifesaver someday. So yeah, man, y'all stay tuned, because today I am going to stay here at the mechanic shop until we get this done. They haven't started on the car yet. They're finishing something up on some other car, and then they're going to start back up on my car. But with my car, it's not going to be nothing crazy. There's not a lot of parts to put back. It's just a few hoses that need to get reconnected. And then, of course, the fuel injector, which shouldn't take too long because it's only one for today. And then tomorrow, when I get the other two, if I can come back after work tomorrow, I'll come and drop off the other two. If not, I'll just come back on whatever today is, Thursday. So Friday. Probably come back on Friday. It's just one of those days, guys. Switched out the injector from one and put a brand new one in there. Started testing the car. Car was running amazing, better than it's ever ran before, better than any log, than any test, and anything. Tested it. I start getting this horrible misfire. Seems like it's just breaking up. It's terrible. There's smoke coming out the tailpipe, jerking and everything. It was just bad, lack of power. The car, if you leave it on idle, at first it kind of felt like it's okay, and then out of nowhere it just starts, jumping up and down and shaking and jittering, and it was out of this world. Put the computer on the car, lo and behold, it's the Valvetronic. It's the Valvetronic.